another DIY with +4 Charisma. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a zombie beholder. The stuff we're going to need is scissors, a good old glue gun. I have these glitter glue sticks I found. We'll see if I use them or not. They might be fun. Googly eyes. I have some big ones and some smaller ones for the eye stalks and then the big eye in the center. Pipe cleaners, a pair of gloves, some extra fabric, something to make the teeth out of. I'm using white leftover poster board paper and some tape. All right, now let's just go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to start by doing is taking the gloves, putting my hand in to sort of gauge where it is, and then I'm going to cut holes in this. 5 holes for the fingers of the other glove because beholders have 10 eye stalks, and we're going to do that. I'm trying to vary these to make it look more natural. Zombie beholders are likely to have some holes, so that's not something to worry about. Put your other glove on, and then you can use that to push it up into the holes that you just cut. I think we might need a little bit more fabric, so just 1 second. So I found this old cut-up shirt that I used for the gibbering mouth or dice bag, so I'm going to use it to fill the beholder and make it round. There's what we got right there. Now, the reason that we went and we got this, we're going to cut it up into smaller pieces, and we're going to just go ahead and stuff it in. So what we're doing right now is we're just going to make the general beholder shape before we make other stuff. Zombie beholders are pretty cool. They look really, really scary. They actually, to me, they look a lot more scary than regular beholders. They have these glazed over eyes that it looks like they have really, really bad cataracts. And they just look really fun the way, zombies generally look. The thing about them is, though, that they're definitely not as strong as a living beholder. Zombie beholders actually only have a challenge rating of 5, whereas a regular beholder has a challenge rating of 13. That's really high. They also have a lower armor class and hit points. So while they look a lot more scary and like they're going to be hard to deal with, they're actually not really. They're actually a lot easier to deal with than that. So I see I didn't do this optimally. I wish that I had used this side for the front, of this glove. I'm not sure why I did that. I think I wanted to get the thumb over here since this thumb's over here to even it out. We'll work with it. It'll be cool. It'll be good. It's all good. There you go. That's a good round-ish shape anyway. Ish. You can add maybe a little bit more. There's that. Now the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to shape the eye stalks. So in order to do that, I figured we'd use pipe cleaners. We might need to stuff some of this up there as well, though. So we can maybe wrap a pipe cleaner and then stuff it up into the fingers here, which we can do by going through the holes and then just kind of sticking it up there. And then keep doing this for all 5 of the fingers that you are not going to put your hand, because we want them to not just look like hanging dead fingers. Or, maybe you do. Depends what kind of look you want. Zombie floppy stalks. So a beholder has 2 attacks. They have an eye stalk attack and their bite. They still have That's still what they use to attack as a zombie, though it's not as strong as a living beholder. So it's they don't have as many abilities, especially ones that would require thinking for beholders. So because of that, they have their eye stalk ray is limited. My favorite, which they do still have, is the disintegration ray. When an adventurer is hit with that, they're just reduced to a pile of dust. So, you know, SOL after that, basically. I mean, you know, I'm sure stuff could be done. Okay, almost done. We just got one more finger to put it in. And then you can put it on again. What you're going to do once you're happy with how the outside looks is you're going to use your glue gun to glue it all in place. So I'm just going to do it while I'm wearing it. And seeing as this is a zombie beholder, it really doesn't matter if it looks really neat or not, because it's a zombie. And that's kind of part of zombie-ness. Before you do the bottom, I think we should probably make the mouth first. So to make the mouth, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut a mouth-like shape here. Then I'm going to cut it in half, and then I'm going to cut teeth in it. So to do that, just kind of go back and forth with triangles. That's what I have cut out right now, and now I'm going to cut the top teeth as well. So there's what I got now. So now I have the teeth. I'm going to set them aside for a little bit, and I'm going to make the first big eye. So I have these giant googly eyes. And the thing about the zombie beholder, the key to it being a zombie beholder, or looking like one anyway, is that it's glossed over. Now, if you don't have clear glue like I do, I'm afraid that the clear glue won't give it a glossed over enough look. So instead, I found some Scotch tape. Let's glue it on first. Now, you want this to sort of look natural, so sort of measure how big the eye is. Cut an eye shape out of some of your black fabric. I'm going to cut something like that, and then I'm going to cut another piece of fabric, sort of like a half circle, and then I'm just going to arrange it for how I want it to look. Don't worry too much about all that neatness stuff. That's boring anyway. Put another ring around the whole eye itself, because I want to give it some texture. That's what we got right now, sort of this eye thing going on, and now we were going to create the mouth. We have our teethies here. I think maybe I'll add some red for effect, although not necessarily to add, you know, really red with the zombie thing, but okay, so gluing the piece of red on, and then we're going to glue the paper on above that for the teeth. Really get those teeth on. And as with all these projects, it's essential that you do it exactly the way that I told you. Exactly. Because these have very strict formulas for how to do them, these crappy DIYs, and we wouldn't want to break that. Okay, so now I've put the teeth on, and so it looks sort of like this. So far we have the eye, and the beginnings of the mouth, and some crazy glue going on everywhere. It's going to be great. Okay. Now we're going to put lips around the mouth. So I have this piece of fabric. I'm cutting it out to form it into a lips-like shape. I cut it into sort of an oval. So yeah, we're going to do that now. Sort of just put it on. Make sure not to put glue up on the actual teeth, just on the base. I have it on like that, like so. I just kind of ringed it around the teeth. Yeah. I'm going to stick some glue up in between the teeth here, and I'm going to just push it up, because the more texture with this, the better, right? Of course, right. In the words of Yenta. Zombie beholders are the remains of dead beholders brought to life as servants through necromancy. They go from lawful evil to neutral evil, and they then just follow whatever evil wishes of their necromantic monsters. As with any zombie, they can't form words. They understand the languages, Undercommon and Deep Speak, that they knew when they were alive, but they can't speak it. So they can understand it for, like commands and stuff. Zombies in general don't have a lot of rationality. So while they have enough reasoning to like walk and like trudge along, they don't have much beyond that. Oftentimes they'll like walk into rivers. You could get them to go out a building window or something like that. I think that's mentioned in the manual, exactly that scenario. After you've sufficiently put glue all over and made textury, lippy things, now you can take the teeth and sort of like bend them to make them look like a monster mouth. Because what fun is a monster without really sharp teeth? So that's what we got there. Now you can put the other googly eyes on. They've gotten lost on my table somewhere. To do that, I'm going to stick my hand in here again. Glue there. Stick an eye on. And keep doing that on all the fingers. Now I ran out of medium-sized eyes, so some of these are really tiny. But I figured that's okay for a zombie beholder because his eyes probably got like wonky. It'll make it look more creepy, right? To have like some tiny eyes on the eye stalks and some not. These look like googly eyes that were just stuck on something. So what I'm going to do to try and make them look a little better is I'm going to take the glove and I'm going to push it down a little bit and pinch it on the top and bottom and hopefully create like sort of an eye sockety effect. And then put glue on it. If you don't have googly eyes actually, you could probably just use hot glue gun and it would have like a similar effect. Alright. So, now. Yeah. Now it's just time to decorate, I think. Oh, and it's time to glue the bottom together, actually. So, I'm going to put it on again. Now for the last thing with this, before we just really start decorating it, I'm going to glaze over this eye. Now we're just going to finish decorating it with maybe some felt strips. Beholders have like a lot of like spiky things a lot on them. So we're going to cut some of those out to give him a little bit of pizzazz. Because, when he's chasing adventurers around or your children, you don't want to have him look plain. You want him to feel like he's a scary dude. I think that it would be fun to use the red glitter here. See, that's what I did with that right there. And then we're just going to put more similar styling on the other side. Okay, and then we'll add some of the fringy fringes to the back. Now with this red, I'm just going to kind of use it to decorate the rest of it. So I'm going to stick a little bit of this glittery stuff along the eye here. Yeah, maybe go through the eye a little bit with red, a little out along the fingers. I'm just going to highlight these eyes. Look. Okay, so very sadly, my camera went and turned itself off for some reason while I was doing that decorating, but basically all I did was put the sparkly glue on. I bedazzled the bedazzle out of this beholder, and behold, a zombie beholder. There's what we got there now. Now you can use it to play D&D with your children, or you could do like an undead puppet show with them. The beholder, just like chasing after them. Or you can just run after your kids with it and have a little puppet show for them. If you have two of them, if you make two, you could just wear them out as gloves, as winter gloves. And I don't know, that would be pretty fun. You could scare people randomly putting your hands out. Beholder. So anyway, there's what we got. You could use it if you were a DM to be a big scary beholder. This thing's pretty scary looking. It's very scary looking. It's falling apart, just like a regular zombie. That's adorable. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, please subscribe to my channel. Drop a comment. Give me a thumbs up. And I will see you next time. Have fun with your zombie. Ah.